What's going on? It's your boy Sermon at Sermon's Domain on Twitter. Lupe Fiasco had a rough 2016. He went from wanting to release 3 albums and then retiring to retiring for about a week and then re-announcing that he's dropping Drogas Lit on February 10th. And up until this point, we didn't have confirmation if he was still going ahead with this 3-album plan. We do. I got a press release today about the album that says Drogas Lit begins the journey for his final curtain call. Then after Drogas Lit, you got Drogas and then Skulls. That will be Lupe Fiasco's final album. So there's no release dates for the next 2 albums, but now that we have Drogas Lit being up for a pre-order on iTunes, the track listing comes with it. And before we discuss the track listing, I wanted to read a little bit of the press release that kind of sheds more light into what we're going to get on Drogas Lit. In the press release, it says, "A testament to Fiasco's artistic growth throughout the years, Drogas Lit is the embodiment of a musician whose foray beyond the boundaries of hip-hop feels increasingly natural, a glimpse into the genius that will be Fiasco's legacy as he inevitably walks away from the spotlight." What I gather from that is that this album is not going to be necessarily centered around being like bar heavy. It's not going to be one of those albums where Lupe Fiasco tries to out-rap everybody. I think Drogas is going to do that, because you got Mural Jr. on there. So I look at this album as being more concept driven, being more along the lines of showing that Lupe is an artist first and foremost. With the track listing, there's 3 songs that are out. First was Made in the USA, the other one is Pick Up the Phone, and recently, as of yesterday at least, there is the 3rd single titled Wild Child. Out of the 3, Wild Child is my least favorite. It's more along the lines of trying to sound pop. And Made in the USA is my favorite just because of the concept, because it just feels like a natural Lupe Fiasco record. Elsewhere on the track listing, you have Ty Dolla popping up on 2 songs. He's on a record called NGL, and the other one being Kill. The chemistry between the 2 is really good. I like that Lupe has embraced Ty Dolla probably pretty much more than any new artist this generation. He has been very high on Ty, speaks highly of him, and has collaborated with him a few times. And every time they've collaborated, they sounded good together. If Lupe wasn't retiring after Skulls, I could honestly see down the road a collaborative project between him and Ty Dolla $ign. That's how much I think they have a bond. Elsewhere, there is features from Rick Ross and Big K.R.I.T. This record, titled Tranquillo, was one that was talked about all last year. It was one that he hyped up on Twitter. I remember him saying that Big K.R.I.T outspit both of them. That is a high compliment, because it's not an easy task to outspit Lupe. Rick Ross, it's a little bit easier. It just depends on the type of record. Sometimes Rick Ross will really go in. Other times it's just like he kind of phones it in. But Big K.R.I.T outspitting both of them sounds like it's going to be a really interesting song. Aside from those 3 guest features, there's really nobody big on the album. There's a couple other artists on here that some people might know, like a Simon Sayz or a Rondo, a Torrey. But for the most part, I think, for me at least, it's going to be one of those experiences where I'm listening to him for the first time. And if Lupe was wanting to work with them, if Lupe saw something in them that made him want to reach out to them, then I'm willing to give them a chance, like any music. The only other thing that stands out in the 14-song track listing is that 3 of the songs are in all capital letters. They're one word, and they're all caps. At least that's how it's written here. You got Jump, you got High, which is an interlude, 4 records. Kill and then Law. Jump, High, Kill, Law. I don't know if there's some sort of connection between it, but it was something that jumped out at me. Whenever you have a bunch of songs that kind of are all caps, it's like maybe there's some kind of connection there. And I wouldn't put it past Lupe, because he is a technical MC. He is a technical artist, and it's something that I can envision him doing. So with Drogas Light dropping on February 10th, I'm looking forward to hearing this album. Again, like the press release states when I read it in the beginning, I'm not expecting Lupe to try to out-rap. I'm expecting Lupe to go in with the concepts and sort of just create another great album. I think these 3 albums, these 3 last ones, are very important to his legacy because you want to end on the highest note possible, and I think Lupe understands that. So one more thing I wanted to say, I like that each album is going to hopefully represent something different. And I think that will play well into Lupe Fiasco's legacy. So I'll include a link so you can check out the track listing in the description section. You can pre-order the album as well. Let me know what songs you're looking forward to off of it, and what do you expect out of Drogas Light. Afterwards, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, share the video. Follow me on Twitter at SirMissDomain, and as always, thank you for your time. I appreciate you for watching, and until next time, peace.